Before we get to the two final awards of the evening, please join me in welcoming the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Bill English, to the stage. Please.
There's nothing holding me back.
Kinga tangata whenua Ngāti Whātua, e mihi na nui ki te iwi whānui. E ngā rangatira mā e huitahi nei, tēnā koutou katoa, and talofa lava. Can I acknowledge Ngāti Whātua for hosting myself as Prime Minister and the government for Waitangi Day, as we set out to restore the mana of our National Day, and a huge step taken by Ngāti Whātua this year to assist that. Can I also acknowledge my very occasional companion at functions such as this, my wife Mary. She can tell you that our 27 years in politics have been a picture of unrelenting success, endless achievement, and almost total relaxation. But I was fascinated to see Robert Oliver receiving his award and the story about him setting up a Pacifica restaurant here in Auckland. It's a coming of age for the city and for New Zealand. Mary's father left Samoa 60 years ago at a time when New Zealand culture was less varied and less tolerant. And it's fantastic to see that 2 generations later, the cuisine of his homeland of Samoa is becoming mainstream. It's great here tonight to be celebrating this amazing mixture of excellence. People we know, people who've put so much into New Zealand, and people we've never heard of, who are Kiwis who've taken with them to the rest of the world those qualities which I enjoy seeing so often as I represent New Zealand around the world. The ability to work in teams, our natural hospitality and warmth, our willingness to solve problems, this curious capacity Kiwis have to get people to trust them, whether it's radicals in Afghanistan, farmers in China, traders in Hong Kong, or Australians. But what's at the core of that is that Kiwis represent to the rest of the world as authentic, not falsely ambitious or falsely humble, but very real people. And of course, these are the qualities that we celebrate here at home. And isn't it great to be in a country and an economy that is going somewhere, one of the better performing in the developed world. And we do have a set of challenges, and the challenge is to adjust to success. After 35 years of reforming this country, we are achieving some of the things we always wanted to. And yes, it creates pressures, but for those who worry about the traffic in Auckland, the biggest single number of extra people on those roads are Kiwis who've stayed home. In the last 5 years, 150,000 of them who would otherwise have left these shores. So we are becoming a country good enough for our own people. And it takes all sorts of inspiration to create world-class New Zealanders, but also to sustain the country that produces them. Our entrepreneurs, our innovators, our scientists, and these we often celebrate. Today, as is often the case in my job, I meet people whose characters will never be celebrated. Today I spent time with a group of 30 recovering pee addicts. part of the scourge of methamphetamine, lives of abuse, offences, the justice system, violence. Imagine what courage and commitment, what qualities it takes for them to change their lives and the enormous contribution that that makes to our community alongside all that excellence that we recognise so readily and so keenly. The other contribution that these fantastic, articulate people here today make for us is to set a benchmark for what we can achieve in New Zealand. It's reassuring, isn't it, that they can stand and speak so eloquently about what's good about New Zealand, but inspiring that the stories they're telling us are just beyond our reach. They are stories of success that we hope our children will be able to succeed with. And they're stories that set the level we can achieve. And that's some of the choices for New Zealand, because being a country with the opportunities and the growth where they can succeed has challenges that I believe we're up to. I believe we can invest to support the kind of success that we're seeing now, so more Kiwis will find this the most interesting place on earth that they want to be. So congratulations to those who have honoured us with their presence, who've honoured us with their wisdom, with their excellence, with their achievement, and with their humility. That is what is making us a world-class country. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa.